We can head across now. I believe that we have our next guest online.
That's right.
And she's no stranger to the Now Show. And she's recently been appointed the general manager at Film TT. Leslie Ann Wills-Caton, welcome, welcome, and congrats.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. So tell me off the bat, what are some of your priorities coming into this new position?
It's a really good question. For me, I want to be able to get filmmakers to understand the business of film, and of course, to get the business sector to be able to partner with the filmmakers in order to help the brand awareness and really show that there is a lot of value in putting product in a film, whether it be online streaming, whether it be on television, on network. So it's really to show that collaboration and the value in merchandising and really telling our stories in the right way, and of course, audience generation.
Nice. Well, in the face of COVID-19, the entertainment and creative industry in Trinidad definitely came to a halt. How do you foresee the company proceeding from this point of well, basically stopping?
Right. So because we had to stop due to COVID, the intention is that I want to take this time for us to build an understanding the business of film, understanding what our specialization skills are, understanding like, to find out, do we have NIS, do we have BIR, do we have, how to register your business, how to go and actually approach a company and really discuss your target audience, discuss merchandise and discuss how to actually make money down the line. So that's the intention moving forward. I really want to work with the industry to let us know the value and know how to go and ask for investment more than just sponsorship.
Interesting. Now, it sounds to me like you're definitely focusing on building up the industry to get it to a particular standard. I from what I understand about Film TT, one of its mandates would be to focus on export. Am I correct in that statement?
Well, yes. Well, Film TT, we have several functions. So one of the main functions is, of course, to bring films into Trinidad and Tobago,
Right.
and to encourage and to promote Trinidad and Tobago as a location destination for filming. But we also have to work with the local industry as well. So there are several different things that we are mandated to do, even as well as building the community, the audiovisual, animation, the actors. So we're really all encompassing, and of course, working with other stakeholders.
Right. Okay, well, fantastic. Well, tell me lastly, Leslie Ann, what piece of advice or encouragement can you give to members of the film industry at this time? Everybody's kind of wondering what the next steps are and how they're going to go forward to earn a living, especially those who had to halt projects that they may have been in the middle of and all that stuff. What kind of advice or encouragement can you give at this point?
I would say that we're down, but we're not out. And right now, we have a really good opportunity to tell our stories, especially with the whole movement that's happening. We're able now to go to companies and really now focus on our culture and being able to export our culture because our stories are really well told.
Fantastic.
And Leslie Ann, good morning. I just wanted to chime in here a little bit. There has been a lot of wonderful work done by Film TT over the past many years, and as well as that of the entertainment and film industry here, of those individuals who would have produced and made films. But still, I find that there has not been a platform other than TTT that has been showcasing a lot of the work that has come out of the film industry here in Trinidad and Tobago. What do you think can be done differently to really increase that platform?
Definitely audience awareness. And that is why one of the main mandates is to go to the business sector to let them know the value of partnering with filmmakers. And of course, to encourage the audience to appreciate the value of local content. And once we can see our stories and appreciate our stories, then there will be a higher demand for it. And of course, as filmmakers, we will get better and film because you have to keep doing it to get better at it. So definitely. And of course, we have TTT. We will go on streaming platforms and have an audience internationally. So that's the intention there as well.
Okay.
I like what you mentioned earlier about teaching the stakeholders in the film industry, about having businesses invest in the film rather than seeking sponsorship. How do you think that would really improve, and how difficult of a shift do you believe it is, for the filmmakers here and producers here to take that type of step toward it rather than the traditional way of doing it here?
The reason why I want to push the investment, I always use Castaway as an example. The main brand in Castaway was FedEx. Now, when we looked at Tom Hanks with the parcel, wanting to still deliver this package, we realized that we saw the values of the FedEx brand. We saw everything that FedEx believed in. We saw survival, hope, encouragement. So once the filmmaker could go to the company and say, okay, who is your target audience? What is your product? What is your company norms and values and mission? You tie it into a really good cultural product. Then we can show that there's a really nice cohesion with brand recognition and investment more than sponsorship.
Nice. Now, Leslie, and I know you've been a part of the industry for many, many years now, and
Yes.
working with members of the industry over the amount of time that you've been working, and now you have this position of General Manager of Film TT. What do you see as some of your greatest challenges now that you're in this seat?
For me, what I want us to start working on is the standardization of certain things. I want filmmakers to understand that, we have policies that we can put in place. We can work on the working hours. We can work in a payment structure, and we can really see our value just like another business, that we can contribute to GDP, that we can actually show the government and show the business sector that we are adding millions of dollars to the country. And once you can collaborate in the best way possible, our industry, just like Hollywood, can become an export in and of itself.
Do you think we have the market for it to become? I mean, you compared it to things like Hollywood, and I know we have like Nollywood and Bollywood across the world. Is it that you think Trinidad has it, or you think the Caribbean, we can be a regional force to be reckoned with?
Definitely a regional force. I would definitely want to advocate with other Caribbean islands. For instance, I have a meeting with St. Lucia actually at 9:15 today. I have collaborations with Grenada. We want to reach out to Jamaica, to Barbados, and we can encourage all of these filmmakers to come to Trinidad and Tobago. Let's film. Let's really make a really good, strong Caribbean content, and we can rally. And so that when you put on Netflix or Hulu or any of the streaming platforms, we can see ourselves on television, and that would encourage awareness of what our culture can organize, what our culture can bring exactly in terms of like getting international companies to come to the Caribbean, come to Trinidad and Tobago to film.
Are there any plans at this point, Leslie Ann, to potentially create our own streaming platform, something along the lines of some kind of Caribbean flicks or something along those lines? Any plans for something like that?
I missed the beginning. It's kind of breaking up.
What I was asking was, you were speaking about the, Raucus was alluding to the Caribbean being a force to be reckoned with in the global film industry. I was asking whether there were any plans or even any inclinations toward creating our own streaming platform rather than relying
on Netflix.
Yeah, rather than relying on Netflix only, but creating our own platform that our Caribbean people would subscribe to, and even those abroad.
Well, we encourage the platform, but what we need to have is consistency. So at this point, especially during COVID, what we want to really push is how do we be consistent? Because until we're consistent creating content, then persons won't really want to subscribe to our platform. We know that once we can do that, then we're definitely well on our way to creating our Caribbean streaming platform. But consistency has to happen first.
I feel like it's often a case of which comes first, the chicken or the egg, because you need consistency, but then we also need a place to be able to put the work that has been happening to encourage the return on investment so that people can continue to do more work. If you understand what I mean, I feel like it's a horse cart chicken egg situation. I don't know how, but I wish you all the best in navigating that going forward. And I know that you're up to the task, so congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
And just before we go, Leslie Ann, final question from me. I know I have a lot of questions this morning. What is the one thing you want to leave as your legacy?
I want that when you think of Trinidad and Tobago, you would remember all of our stories. You remember that we are a platform of content. We actually found a way to make it work. the filmmakers were seen as really important entrepreneurs adding value to the economy. And that's really where I want to push. Our filmmakers are creative, we're talented. And when I say filmmakers, animation, I'm talking about the actors, I'm talking about that entire community that we can all really work together because we have value, we're creative. And I encourage the business sector to, reach out to a filmmaker or filmmakers, but to go to a business sector and have a really important discussion regarding content and partnership.
All right, wonderful. And with that, again, congratulations on your new appointment. And we were chatting this morning
and
with
all the best.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
All right, Leslie Ann, we were chatting there with Leslie Ann Wills-Caton. We wish her all the best in her new role. And of course, she is the new GM for Film TT. We now take you to our TTT News Center for the news at 7, and we'll be back after that.